we were saying, that if people were able to control their own genetics, they would be able to create their own reality and starting to live their own lives, not manipulate it.
Of course. I mean, this is where what people miss when they say, if he was genuine, he'd be dead. It's the fact that the way out of this is to open ourselves to that level of awareness, thus potential to dictate our own reality, that has been kept from us. And when we do that, especially in together with forces that, I mean, the forces that contacted me 22 years ago, they're not sitting on Orion in a deck chair, on the beach. They have been working all the way through these 22 years, and they are just an expression of a much greater operation, if you like, that has been created, is happening to remove this human control and human suppression. Thus, this combination of people opening to a greater awareness themselves and connecting and being influenced by this even greater awareness that is benevolently trying to help humanity out of this, that means that the more we do this, the more power this reptilian or conic energy or force, whatever you want to call it, the less influence and power it's having over us. And there's this old phrase about a duck going across the water and it looks very calm, but underneath the water it's flapping like crazy. Well, we see this arrogant kind of control system, but under the water it's flapping like crazy because it's almost, in its eyes, it's a race to get this world locked down, to get people microchipped, externally controlled, and their vibrational state externally suppressed, to get this lockdown of humanity technologically and in other ways before enough people have awakened to bring their house of cards down. So it's like you've got the irresistible force, which is this awakening and the information change that is triggering the awakening. And you've got what thinks it's the immovable object, the control system, but ain't. And this is desperately trying to defend itself with all this stuff that's happening, all this Orwellian stuff, from this. And at the moment, we're in this cusp where both forces, if you like, are at work. And so you can see people who are going that way and people who are going that way. And it's all kind of chaotic and all the rest of it. But there's going to come a point, because this vibrational change is cumulative. This thing about 2012 and all great chat, I don't buy that at all. 2012's greatest significance is it's not 2011, but it's not 2013, 2014. And there comes a point where a tipping point where the impact of this new energetic construct and its influence on humans to awaken from the box is such that the control system comes down. Because it's my view that, say you're hacking to a computer and that hack has a code. It's a code that hacks into the computer. Well, if you can unravel that code, the hack's gone, and suddenly the computer, the range that you can access on your computer dramatically increases. I'm absolutely convinced that there is an energetic code, probably a harmonic code, which when we find it, and we will, is going to break the hack. And when that happens, it's going to be like Sleeping Beauty woke up. Humans. It's going to be like, what just happened? What just happened?
When do you think it's going to happen?
Well, before I leave this place, I hope. That's the idea. But we'll see.
2012?
Well, no, I don't see it. I think myself that by 2016, 2017, I'm not saying that's another 2012 year, but by 2016, 2017, when you see how many people are awakening now, and even more important to me, the kind of people that are awakening now, who you'd never thought would do so, what is going to be the impact on human perception of self and reality by 2016, 2017? I think, you know, by then we'll really start to see this control system start to quite blatantly unravel. But I think, you know, in the next little while, it's going to seem as if it's going on and on and on in its fascist way. And another one of the themes of the last 22 years, almost right from the start really, is that just when it seems the control system has got all the aces, all the answers, it suddenly comes down so fast that people will be shocked at the speed. And when you go back from the holographic in this world, this limited world where we see everything in limited terms, and you go back to the vibrational harmonic information construct, when that changes, this changes. And if this changes fast, that must change fast, because this is just a projection of that. And what they've done, this reptilian archonic energy, and it goes beyond that into, like I say, in the realms of no form, they have created a distortion in the information construct of this part of our universe. It created a distortion, and the distortion comes through to the holographic world as a distortion in human emotions, a distortion in human perception, a distortion in the violence in the world, a distortion in the fact that everyone, you know, vast majority of people are trying to just walk over other people, a distortion in the way we see ourselves, a distortion in the way we see reality. And it's like I call it the schism. And that is the energetic foundation of the control system. That is why the control system has no problem sacrificing children, abusing children, having people starve in a world of plenty, have wars galore, and economic catastrophes that affect fundamentally, negatively, the lives of millions and multi-millions. That is the distortion played through as a distortion. I mean, what more distortion can you have in your perception of how to live life than to coldly engineer a global economic collapse in 2008, which has had catastrophic effects on people all over the world? That is an expression of the distortion. Banks that hoard all the money, and then when they get in trouble, people bail them out, and then the people then have to go into austerity bloody situations because of the financial implications of bailing these what more definition of a distortion can you have? So that's why the world is as it is. What these truth vibrations are doing, and what this, I say, harmonic key or code is, it's going to break the distortion. It's going to be like, what I'm seeing as I'm talking to you is a piece of rubber that has been distorted, right? And then something happens, distortion gone. When the distortion's gone, its holographic expression must go, which is the control system. And that, I feel, I mean, you know, obviously it is deeper than that. I'm using symbolism and all that stuff here. But in theme, that is why I feel that there has been this constant theme in my life through 22 years at different points. Just when the control system looks like it's got all the answers and in complete control, it's going to come down so fast, people are going to be shocked.